Welcome back to the vlog, everybody. Today we're talking about the fact that I've never really vlogged with Tasha.
True.
We realized this last year that we've never really been in unity together, and God's changed that this last year.
Is that what we're talking about today?
I told you what we were going to do. We're supposed to be in unity on this vlog.
I don't remember.
You ready to go to the prayer room? We just got done our set.
Tuesday morning, 8 a.m.
Our marriage has always been good, but it's been like compromise good. Like we don't see things the same way, and we don't agree on things very often by just discussion.
Yeah, the longer we're married, I realize we have a lot of differences. We've not been in unity, which is different than disagreeing.
It's almost like there's this tension in every decision, in everything that we do, where it's like, we're doing this for you, or we're doing this because you want to do it, or we're doing this because...
Which,
I don't know.
There's space to serve and to, lay down your rights, love. And I think we've done that many times, but it's almost like I want to do this for the sake of peace, which can be good, but it also can be not good, because you're not...
Well, I think one of the issues in it is that it's not truly that heart of, I'm going to do this to serve. It's actually...
more for peace.
So, the basic sum of it is that a lot of what we do, we end up spending a lot of our energy in it, frustrated with each other, and that ends up being frustration with the kids and just internal frustration. I don't think they even realize that's what we were doing.
I don't remember feeling constant frustration at you, but just feeling like it's not something's not working. That's what I felt mostly, was like something isn't working, something isn't right for many years.
I've been vlogging on YouTube now for 6 years. I've pretty much done it myself. It's been my thing. I'm the one that thinks of the title. I'm the one that thinks of what videos to make, what the purpose of the channel is, and the one editing them, the one posting them. That was kind of like the only way to actually do it. Like if I stopped to slow down to involve Tasha, it kind of almost meant like it wasn't going to happen. Yeah, what we both realized last summer was we took a trip and the Lord really highlighted unity, actually praying together about every detail of the trip, who we were going to go see, how long we were going to be there.
There you go.
And if we didn't get the same thing, then we kept praying until we did. That trip went so well. It was almost miraculous.
Completely different than any other trip we've ever taken.
The kids did well. When we had issues, we responded well.
There was things that should have gone wrong that just didn't.
Well, there's a bunch of things that did go wrong.
No, that's true, but it wasn't stressful.
And it wasn't stressful. We had people that we were supposed to stay with that last minute weren't available. They were sick. It wasn't their fault.
Yeah.
But it was we were having to handle all kinds of different dynamics, but it was the whole trip was orchestrated by God. And coming back off that trip, we were like, oh my gosh, this is what life could be like. The Lord actually said to us, this is what your life could be like if you were in unity, if you heard me and you didn't move forward until you both got the same thing, until you both knew it was me. Because it shifts things. You're no longer saying, I'm doing this because you want to, or I'm doing this because I think it's a good idea, or I'm doing this because...
Or even feeling the pressure
I'm supposed to.
Of things that you want to do, but then you feel like it's on you because you're the one that wants to do it. That's what I feel sometimes. I want to do something, but then if I'm going to do it, then I have to be responsible for it because I want to do it. Does that make sense? Doing
things because other people expect you to.
Meeting
the expectations of your community. People invite you to do something, you don't have a good reason to say no, so you do it.
Well, that's just silly.
It's silly, but it's also how do you know what...
I don't naturally do it.
You don't do that, but I do that. I felt like we should do that. We should go to that party, or we should say yes to whatever it is, serving that in that way. And you didn't, and so then it felt kind of like this tension between us. That tension has defined all of our lives, the way we handle money, the way we parent, the way that we do ministry, the way that I vlog or we do video. The Lord actually said, I don't want you to do YouTube alone anymore. And it was in that moment that I was like, actually, I don't want to do YouTube alone anymore. And for a minute, I thought it was almost kind of like, I guess I'm done. But then the Lord was like, no, I want you to do YouTube together. And when you hear in unity, it's another level of like check on, is this actually the Holy Spirit? And it provides, a lot of times one person gets a yes and another one gets a no, and it helps clarify what questions you should be asking and what's going on. So then once you hear clearly, it brings accountability and team into what God's doing, not just I got a word, I'm gonna go try and make it happen, and fill in all the details with like guesses.
What are some of the questions that
we ask?
Yeah.
One of my favorite questions to ask is, what questions should we be asking?
Yeah. Oh.
It's like if you start with the assumption that you have the right questions, then when you don't get the right answers, then you're like, oh, God doesn't want to speak, or I guess I have to figure it out. But you have to start with the assumption that God's leading the whole thing.
I wish I could have heard all of it. It's complete chaos back
I'm
here.
sorry.
They're all being mean to each other.
Oh no.
I don't know how you can hear it.
Well, I guess I probably could hear it.
All in the vlog.
These villages, they range from like people
Right. I'm just writing an outline that's taking forever.
What we're going to do on this vlog is talk about this journey. Tasha writing a book.
The journey of following Jesus and being obedient, right?
Yes. And
Hearing God, obeying God, and not giving up.
yes, 100% that. Specifically what that looks like in tangible ways.
Right now.
It could be anything actually that
Yeah,
he's
that's what
telling
I'm
us to
saying.
do.
Right now it's writing a book.
But some specific things that we're going
For
to be
me.
talking about regularly here is Tasha writing a book. She's
Finally.
working hard on it and putting the time in, and I'm actually helping her work through the steps, the process, kind of helping her think through it all. But we're also working on a podcast, which is going to be coming very soon.
How soon?
Very soon.
Very soon.
This is our podcast studio setup. We actually got mics.
Everything I've ever read is you just gotta write a first draft. Like, you've gotta get it out, you gotta write it, no matter how bad it is, you gotta write it, and you gotta finish it.
All right, Holy Spirit, would you just speak to us about this book and give clarity to what's next